Hello, my name is Brant Hunt, and my channel is Discerning What is True. I'm going to be talking about an issue about dental issues and one way to improve it. Um, I get most of my information from this particular books here. Um, I would suggest that you pursue these books. There's a lot of knowledge that this guy has done. A lot of this information, though, comes from a guy named Weston Price. That's Westonprice. And he was a dentist who traveled the world and discovered that basically at that time, this is probably in the 30s or 40s, that, that the quote unquote American way of eating was creating issues with their teeth. And so he went across different places like the Eskimos, the Indians, the Aleutian Islands, such and such, visiting these people, certain people also on the island Okanagan, that found that people's teeth were uniform, that they were in good shape, that they didn't suffer any cavities because they were eating certain foods. And they were good foods that was beneficial for the dental health, not only for your dental health, but also for your body too. And so this is a recommendation, and I'm going to read it to you because this actually is a tooth infection formula. And what you need to do is, you know, I'm not. This is a suggestion, so this is what you need to look into. Make up your mind. Use your mind. Is to buy what I call 1 pound of raw ground pastured beef. When I say pastured, that means it's pasture fed. That means it's organic, grass fed, uh, either bison or lamb or beef. And then you also have what they call a good quality yellow butter, which is, uses 4 ounces of butter, yellow butter. Probably I recommend, ones that have not been tainted, so to speak, to have what I call a lot of what I call fat in them. And then you also use 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper or freshly spicy chives into that mixture. And then you add what I call 1 tablespoon of what they call raw, unheated honey. So you don't buy any honey from the grocery store, folks. Okay. You go to a guy that raises bees and you get the honey from them because he has not heated that honey up. You see, it's going to be thicker and better for you. And all the, um, not only vitamins and minerals, but also other ingredients in it will be beneficial for your teeth. And this is the way you deal with it. I'm giving you the recipe just from this particular book. Okay, you just simply place butter, cayenne, and raw honey in a glass jar or bowl, and then you immerse that bowl in a bowl of hot water that is not too hot. What they call a double boiler turned on low will suffice. But the key is you must not raise the temperature of the food above 93 degrees Fahrenheit in order to preserve the enzymes. That's the item I was trying to tell you, enzymes. Once the butter and honey and cayenne mixture is melted, add the grounded bison or beef or lamb and stir. This is a healthy raw food dish. If you try this recipe with cooked meat, your success rate will be far less. It will be diminished. Cayenne pepper is used in many natural healing remedies and can promote the healing of tooth infections. So, and then one other thing I was going to suggest here, he suggests this was to do with a product called 2 items of carrying or curing tooth infections greatly increase when using supplements, herbal tinctures as Planetin. Place fresh bruised Planetin leaf directly on the infected and swelling area. Wild Planetin is the best choice. To use Planetin, chew it up and then place it on the inflamed area where the tooth is bothering you. Planetin has the action of pulling out dead and diseased material. Also, recommendation 2 here is to deal with tooth infections is echinacea. And place tincture of echinacea on the inflamed area. Echinacea has the ability to help heal infections. Also, it can be taken internally as described on the bottle. So, and he also mentions to be positive about your outlook on this. He says something about talking to your teeth, because your teeth are important. In fact, your teeth are so important for you to grind up and eat your food and to benefit your whole body. If this isn't working up here, you're going to have other issues in your life, you see. So, and again, back to Weston Price, um, he called it a SAD, the sad American diet, meaning simply is that the foods all were cooked, thoroughly cooked, too much sugar, too much junk in the food, so to speak. And that was back in the 30s and 40s. So if you want to look into any more information, you can look up this. You can find these books in Amazon. There are two of them. They're not cheap. They're less than $30. They're paperback, but there is a bundle of information and knowledge here that most doctors don't even know. In fact, I'm sorry, not doctors, dentists. Try to stay away from dentists because dentists basically they don't really know what they're doing either. They just simply decide to either fill the tooth or either pull the tooth, so to speak, or give you a root canal. And in reality, you need your teeth as you get older, as I know, as I'm getting older myself. So I would recommend simply these books. And just this one example of what this particular guy has done. Ramirez, his name is. Unfortunately, Ramirez is no longer here on the planet. One other tip I would say is he speaks about cod liver oil, and he makes a kind of a basically deal with cod liver oil. So this is it. If a brand or store-bought cod liver oil has vitamin D on the label, it is highly likely to be artificial vitamin D3. Okay, D3 is not good for you. Okay, added to the cod liver oil. Okay, that vitamin D is not from the cod liver, is not itself. It's not revealed on the labels. Most cod liver oils also have a fractional form of vitamin E added as a preservative. I have learned of people who develop allergic responses such as warts and headaches to the D-alpha tocopherol preservative added to cod liver oil if they take large dosages. Because of the distillation process, is not much of a fishy taste, and these cod liver oils are very easy to take. But the key benefit of the cod liver oil to combat tooth decay is the fat-soluble vitamin D, not D3. D, as in David. Okay, um, you know, anything that's brand new has been offered the last 25 to 30 years is bullshit. Okay, if not longer. So you also can get vitamin D out in the sunlight. You see, nature is good for you. And let's see if there's anything else I want to say. Vitamin D and commercial varieties just don't have it in the natural form. The only one he recommends here is a brand called Green Pasture. Trademark produces the highest quality, most nutrient-dense cod liver oil on the market called Blue Ice. So this is a fermented cod liver oil. It contains all of the cod liver vitamin D intact because they use a fermentation process rather than a distillation process. The cod liver oil is never heated and is carefully filtered to keep in all of the natural vitamins. As a result of the fermentation, these can be a moderate biting aftertaste, which is not a problem for most people. Green Pasture does not heat their products, and the lactic acid fermentation, along with the nutrients in the cod liver oil, naturally preserve the oil so there is nothing synthetic in it. So this is key for people to understand about their tea. He says one other thing. He says, I personally use Green Pasture fermented cod liver oil, and so does my family, including my 2.5-year-old daughter. The high quality of fat-soluble vitamins in the fermented oil gives your body the vitamins in the form it needs them. If you plan on consuming cod liver oil regularly, Green Pasture is the safest way to go. to purchase your feminine cod liver oil, go to cod, you can look it up, their name, such and such. So, and he recommends one other thing, cod liver oil, from 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon 2 to 3 times per day. For teens and adults, for a total of 1/2 to 1.5 teaspoons per day. So this is from this guy here, Remier. I bought these books probably 12 years ago, and there's this abundance of knowledge in these books. It's well worth having these books if you have a family or have kids or whatever to look into this. I'm just recommending these things, folks, because simply is that people need to take control of their lives, and this is one way of doing that. So thank you for being here. I hope that you will glean this wisdom. You cannot eat junk food and actually have a good health, you see. And today it's even worse than ever. Almost the supermarket, grocery stores don't offer much of anything that what we call real food. But this is just a short video. I don't want to make it long. So thank you for being here and wish you a good day. You take care.